Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. I mentioned this in my previous speech that every name has a reason, even Toastmasters. But seriously, Toastmasters? Why name a public speaking club Toastmasters in the first place? It's not at most giving the best first impression, don't you think? People always say, hey, is that a club where you master the art of making a toast? Do you undergo some kind of gruesome training of mind, body, and soul? Or are you trained by martial artists who have gained mastery over the art of toast warfare? Whoa, cowboy, you're going too far. Ladies and gentlemen, a wise man once said, it is not as what it is, but what it is how you see. Maybe he wasn't that wise. To put it simply, you just have to look at it at a different angle. The name Toastmasters is just like a poem. When you read a poem, it sounds good, but you don't know what it actually means. Like for example, roses are red, violets are blue. My mom's in bed, and my dad's too. How can you decipher that equally? Others may think they're sleeping, they're napping, while most extremes say they're joined in holy matrimony. So the name Toastmasters is not that different from a poem. It sounds good as a name, but to see it as a public speaking club is very unusual. However, tonight, I will unravel the mysteries bewildering the minds of many. I will shine the light on the name Toastmasters, and I will show you why a public speaking club is shadowed underneath it. But before I do that, I know it sounds weird, but I want you to imagine making toast. You put this piece of bread into the toaster to make toast. You set the time and temperature, and then you pull the trigger. Then you wait and wait. After waiting, this foreign object called toast came lunging out of the toaster. Now I want you to take that imagination, take that experience, and keep it close to you. Keep it near you. In Toastmasters, we have the CC manual. It is given to every Toastmaster. It is like the map guiding you on the road to being a better speaker. It literally says a practical guide on the book. Now, I want you to revisualize making toast. The main process of making toast is you put this flexible, soft, white. I was going to insult Brendan because he's white, but since he's not here, so bread into the toaster. And that road that I mentioned just now, the road guiding you to being a better speaker, in terms of making toast, is the toaster itself. And that flexible, soft, white bread is none other than the people who join Toastmasters. Whilst the process of making toast, putting the piece of bread, making toast, is the journey each and every one of us Toastmaster goes on to, going into the toaster and becoming toast. Or, in other words, becoming a better speaker. However, being a better speaker is half of what Toastmaster wants from you. Toastmaster also teaches you how to become a good leader, which is where the CL manual comes into play. Unlike the CC manual, the CL manual is like a playbook in every football game. It has strategies, it has the positioning of every player, and it's all in there. I wager some of you are thinking, how can you compare CL manual to making toast? The CL manual, aside from in making toast, there are three things aside from putting a piece of bread into the toaster and making toast. There are three things. The first one is that before you make toast, you have to set the time and temperature. Secondly, the most important process is to wait. To wait for that sweet bread. And lastly, when the toast has been made, you check if it has the right crust or not. Shall we join the dots between the CL manual and making toast? To set the temperature and time is the same as knowing what your role is all about. Whether it's the timer, the grammarian, you have to undertake that role willingly and execute it as perfectly as possible. While on the other hand, to wait To wait for the toast to be made is no different than to observe and listen to a speech as it is delivered. And lastly, to know if the toast has the right crust or not is like evaluating a speech, whether it had good structure or was delivered marvelously. These are the qualities needed in a good leader under the Toastmaster name. Don't you agree? Well, I do. In conclusion, making toast is not that different from what we do here in Toastmasters. Hence, I accept with every inch of my heart that Toastmaster deserves its name. As Toastmasters International, what do you know? Making toast is international too, right? Before I sign off, I hope that this speech has helped in your understanding in making toast. I also do hope that you crave toast. It has been a toasty night, and I wish you a toastful morning tomorrow as you start your breakfast with toast and Toastmasters. Thank you. Back to you.